Roll in.
Sounds big! Okay. I feel like I haven't done an upload in ages and ages, mainly because I've just been so flat out busy. In fact, I'm just kind of on 3 films, or 2 films right now, and a third film that'll be starting before these other 2 feature films finish. So yeah, we've got a fancy cameraman working on behind my cell phone at the moment. Anyway, I'm just flat out. I haven't had a chance to breathe, but I thought I really wanted to just do one quick video just saying about a couple of things that were interesting today. And hey, who are the people that are on board? This is lighting assistant guy and other lighting system person. So hopefully you can tell the difference between them. And this is a flash accommodation that we're in at the moment. You know, can come around and we'll do like what's this thing?
This is my bed. This is here. I chose to sleep on top of the couch, not in the actual fold-out bit, because it was like
Too
this
soft
thick
to
of springs.
Yeah,
So this is alright. You know?
Anyway, to carry on MTV, we show you my crib or whatever that show's called. I don't know. And yeah, here's my station of. This is my cord. I've got my charging station stuff set up and other things. You know, gotta have lots of the batteries. Yeah, some of them. And yeah. Anyway, enough of random B-roll. Where was this going? Anyway, the couple of things I wanted to say about was, so I had to put a lav on this guy today, who, let's just say, he was really big. And so I was looking at him and going, oh, how shall I do this? Because he was also just in bed before and getting out of bed. So it isn't like I could have tucked it into like the back of his jeans or something and got away with that because we wouldn't see that ankle. Because, you know, even if a person is wearing jeans, you don't necessarily want to just tuck it in the back of the jeans because it's not the most secure. And also, if you see the camera from behind, it's going to look really ugly on camera to see that bulky transmitter pack. That's why you use waist belts. Anyway, you know, maybe I could have got away with it because the camera wouldn't be from that angle. So it doesn't matter that I don't have a waist belt that fits this big guy. But no, because he was just getting out of bed, he didn't really have anything like properly secure that I could put the transmitter pack on. It would just be hanging on kind of nothing. I mean, he sort of had this long singlet on. So yeah, it's like, what do I do? So this is my solution. I took my very longest waist belt that I had. I took my thigh belt, which I used for, well, this is something that should have been used on our last shoot day before today, but there's a whole other rant that I will talk about some other time. I'm a bit annoyed about. Anyway, so yeah, I took these two. I put that on like this, and bingo, extra large size waist belt. So then it just went to stretch around and fitted him, and I got to eat a few more chickens before I will be the right size for this. Anyway, and so yeah, I was really happy that I sort of came up with that little workaround on the spot to combine my biggest waist belt with my thigh belt to make it all work together. Anyway, maybe I will go on to the little rant about a thigh belt. So the benefit of a thigh belt is that there are often scenarios where a waist belt won't work. For instance, if a woman is wearing a very tight-fitting dress, then obviously it won't work here, but you can hide it here between the thighs. But it's not just one case when I use it. Another case where I very frequently would use the thigh belt is when it's going to be a fight scene. And so, say for instance, if I'm going to be falling onto the ground and people are going to be kicking me and I'm rolling around and so forth, then obviously if I put it anywhere around my waist here or on the side or whatever, because sometimes if they're not going to fall in one particular way, you can just sort of put it on the other side and it's okay. But you know, quite often in a fight scene it's just okay to move around, that's just not going to be okay at all. So a very common workaround here is either put it in the thigh or down here by the ankle, because you know, like generally the way people move, they're never going to like have their legs wide spread apart. So they go, well, unless they're going to be like kicked in the nuts or something, whatever. So generally that's a relatively safe place if they're sort of conscious and aware of this compared to maybe some other places where you might mount, you know, a waist, transmitter body pack on them. So yeah, that's quite a common use for that. So when I was going to rant about this is, yeah, there was on our last night shoot, a lead actor was wearing a transmitter. There was going to be a fight scene for, and I put it on for the side of the setup, which is going to be walking into the bow. And what I didn't know was that while we were away setting this up, they were outside rehearsing that entire scene later on that was going to be happening in the night while he was still wearing my transmitter pack. And so not only was it not appropriate for him to be wearing it there, and really like the stunt coordinator should have like called that out as perhaps a safety issue. My transmitter pack got damaged. I got the antenna ripped off it. And so there I was wondering like, why am I not getting any reception? Am I too far away? Should I just like sit a bit closer? Should I readjust this? Do I need to retune it? And like when I do go over and check it, I'm like, okay, that's why it's not working. I'm missing the freaking antenna. And so I'm like wandering around, wondering where it is. And then I just sort of chatting with the actor for a bit, was whatever it was, eventually figured out, oh, they were doing fight scene rehearsals. I went out to where they were doing the rehearsal, and there it was. I was lying on the ground, antenna. Anyway, let's have enough of that rant. What was my other point I was going to say? Oh yeah, still on the topic of transmitters. Man, it's one of the joys of your life as a soundie, just keeping track of them. So not when we wrap today, but maybe 2 or 3 scenes before we wrap today, an actress had wrapped for her day. She was done, she wasn't involved anymore. So she had gone off, and then I was looking around for my transmitter pack to put on this actor in the next scene. Actually, the guy I was just talking about before, with the, I needed to get the double sides together. And so that guy, I couldn't find the transmitter I was going to give to him. I was like, where did I last use it for? It was on the actress. Wait, where did it go? I never got it back from her. I was looking around for it, and the wardrobe lady was saying, like, she definitely gave it back to me. I'm like, I definitely know you to not give it back to me. I'm just trying to work out what it is. And I'm like, oh my god, maybe she is still wearing it. She's driven back all the way to Auckland, and I'm never going to see it again, or at least not for a very long time. And I'm like, holy shit. And then I thought, wait, let's run back to my recorder, my bag, and so I turned on my receiver, and of course the little light lights up saying I've got a connection to it, so I know that it's switched on and alive somewhere within the radius. I'm like, oh good, it's still somewhere in the house. And so then what I got is I got one of the other crew people to just start wandering around the house, just shouting out very loudly and talking while I was listening and going, get any closer, no, you're getting further away, further away, closer. And eventually we actually found it fairly quickly. It was left in, I think, the bathroom or somewhere, just like, oh god. But anyway, at least in this case, the story was ends well. So I hope your day also ends well as well, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.